The truth that will set men free in our society today, in regards to the pressure that they carry, that they put upon themselves, the weight that is truly associated from unprocessed emotions that you still hold to be true about yourself, that another person has gifted you. And these gifts linger within a man. And I say gifts because if we can learn the lessons within our very own pain, our unworthiness, the shame we hold, then they will become gifts for you to become the man that is on the other end of a belief that is holding you back. Now, men, I'm making this video for you today. I really am, because I care. And it's because I've seen the result of what has happened to masculinity in our modern day society. And it's not something that I take lightly. I make these videos because I care, because I know what a man is capable of. And it first starts with him believing in his very own purpose. Every single human being has a purpose. I know that you have one within you. Whether you're aware of it or not is not up to me. But do not allow an outdated belief about your unworthiness, your self concept, be the very thing that holds you back from creating the life you desire, the relationship you desire, by constantly self sabotaging yourself into a reality you are wanting to get out of. We all have this ability. We have the ability to take whatever circumstances we are dealt and make them into something worthwhile. And that's not to say that uncomfortability is uncomfortable or that your suffering isn't shitty. Of course it is. But what is not okay is you settling in your life due to the high standards men need to live up to. Now, listen, I'm not saying it's a need. Obviously, it's up to you. We all have free will of how we want to live our life, how you want to live your life, who you want to be. But I do want to remind you that these high standards are put upon our men not to discourage them, not to make them weaken by such high expectations. Quite the opposite. It's there to remind you of your potential. And if you do not want success in your life, if you do not want to live a life of freedom, abundance, healthy relationships, receptive to love, healthy love, and it doesn't have to be this toxic behavior that's going around in our modern day society that is picking on our wounds that need to be healed by the very integration of what we have learned from them. So we can then apply what we've learned to attract a new type of circumstance into our life because we have learned the lesson. But a lot of people are not willing to learn the lessons. Why? Because it's triggering. It evokes the very emotion that perhaps you have suppressed as a man. Now, men aren't really given a space to express themselves in a way that is emotionally based. And I'm not saying that men should be overly emotional. I don't think that's where a man will find true satisfaction in his life. But it's not an excuse to run away constantly from the emotions you're scared to confront. Because by doing that, they will always appear in the joy you experience. It will be a shadow behind your very own joy, reminding you of the emotions that you have carried for far too long. And I know this is like really emotional talk right now, and I know that men aren't, used to it, but I want men to have a space where they're able to allow their emotions to be seen by them, heard by them, and then moved by them. So they do not have to keep living within your body. So then you will be walking around reactive to the outside world. And a man who is reactive when it comes to his emotions or other people who have the ability to trigger him is not an integrated man and also is not a secure man within himself. And when men are highly reactional, it's actually a highly emotional man who's not able to face the very things he needs to actually get somewhere within his life. And it doesn't even have to be success. It could actually just be as simple as feeling good about yourself because you are willing to understand yourself. Men, I know today's society isn't easy. I really do. It's not easy for women, but I do feel like men do have it harder in a lot of different areas. And I believe that it's a woman's responsibility to support our men, to remind them of their power, their purpose, and not to compete with our men. We need to find some sort of balance. And I hope you don't allow the hurt of your past to dictate who you attract in your life, the circumstances you attract in your life, just to show you what you're still holding on to within. And men are taught to just buck up, to keep pushing and keep pushing, no, regardless of how you feel. And that's somewhat true, but a man will have a disadvantage when he has weight strapped to his ankles, and then we expect him to move forward with fast strides. Your emotional baggage could be weighing you down, and that could be the very thing that is not allowing you to see results in your life. The more you begin to understand your past, not to invoke any sort of discouragement onto you or insecurity, but to allow yourself to gather information about who you are and then to apply it in a way that can be self-serving to you and your mission, your truth, what you're wanting to see. And this truth will set you free. The more you hold on to the past, the more the past will begin to show in all the cracks you are unwilling to close. Where you see the holes, maybe the holes that you keep falling into, whether it be porn, whether it be unhealthy relationships, uh, whether it be scarcity, or just not believing in who you are and what you're capable of achieving. That's associated with a past belief that you are unworthy, which is one of the most common things men believe about themselves. And it is up to you to change your life when you have enough of your own shortcomings. I hope today could inspire you, give you some light and love and care and support. Don't allow your past to hold you back any longer. You've attracted this video for a reason. Reflect on what I said today and become free in who you are. I love you guys, and I hope this video helped. If you guys are wanting some one-on-one coaching, working with me, my email is mayalincoaching@gmail.com. I will have it in the description box below. And until my next video, you guys, stay blessed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.